Hello and welcome back. This is Module 5, Lesson 17, New Beginnings, Abusive Relationships and How to Stay Safe. Welcome back. In this lesson, we will look at the signs of abuse to look out for now that you're free from your last relationship. The reason for this is to enable you to quickly spot a possible abuser when or if you were to start dating again. It is very important not to make the same mistake again. Knowing what to look for in a new possible partner that can alert you to the fact that they may be abusive is an important step towards finding a better partner than the one you had before. Here are some questions for you. Are you still experiencing or have you experienced any of the following? If you take off any of them, then you are most probably in an abusive relationship or you were in an abusive relationship. Here are some signs that show that one is in an abusive relationship. Number 1, controlling behavior. Abusers often exert control over their partners, dictating what they can wear, who they can see, and where they can go. They may use jealousy as a guise for this control, accusing their partner of cheating or flirting without cause. Number 2, manipulation and gaslighting. Gaslighting is a tactic where the abuser manipulates their partner into questioning their own feelings, judgment, and reality. They may deny saying or doing hurtful things, blame their partner for their behavior, or twist the truth to make their partner doubt themselves. Number 3, isolation. Abusers often isolate their victims from friends and family, making it harder for them to seek support or leave the relationship. They may belittle their partner's loved ones or create conflict to keep them away. Number 4, emotional abuse. This can take many forms, including insults, criticism, humiliation, and threats. Abusers may use words to chip away at their partner's self-esteem, making them feel worthless or undeserving of love. Domestic violence is rife in many relationships. Physical and sexual abuse. While not all abusive relationships involve physical violence, is a common tactic used to exert power and control. Sexual abuse can also occur within the relationship, with the abuser disregarding their partner's boundaries and consent. You must never allow that to happen. You've got to stick to the boundaries, and when you do say no, especially with sexual activities, and your partner refuses to listen to that, you can report them for sexual abuse or even rape. Number 6, lack of empathy. Narcissistic abusers often lack empathy for their partner's feelings and needs. They may dismiss their emotions, minimize their experiences, or show little remorse for their actions. Number 7, cycle of abuse. Abusive relationships often follow a cycle of tension building, explosion where abuse occurs, and reconciliation where the abuser apologizes, promises change, and may even be excessively loving. However, The cycle repeats itself, with the abuse escalating over time. Well, so when they say they're sorry, they don't really mean it. They just want to be able to control you, make you feel good for a few days, and then they repeat what they've done in the past or something similar. So be careful, watch out for what is going on, and if you're not too sure, write things down, document them, so that you can see whether there's the same pattern going repeating itself, and so on and so forth. Number 8, blaming and shifting responsibility. Abusers rarely take responsibility for their own actions, and instead blame their partner or external factors for their behavior. They may justify their actions or minimize the harm they've caused, as if it doesn't matter that much. Number 9, financial abuse. This involves controlling the finances in the relationship, preventing the partner from accessing money or resources, or using money as a tool for manipulation or punishment. In my own case, my ex, after I graduated and started teaching, insisted that my salaries must be paid into his own personal account. So we did this for over 2 years. I didn't even mind much. I thought that was what husbands did. He gave me 25% of my earnings, and until somebody said to me, "You wear the same clothes all the time, especially when we go to parties. Don't you have anything else to wear?" And when I said no, she challenged my ex and made him promise to take me shopping to buy clothing, new clothes for myself, and so on and so forth. It was that bad. But I was not very wise as a young wife. I thought, well, that's what happened. It's financial abuse. And then if I complained about anything, he beat me up. So, yeah, it wasn't that nice. You really must know these things so that when next you're looking for a new partner, you do not fall into the same traps as the one you just left. Number 10, threats and intimidation. Abusers may use threats of violence, suicide, or harm to maintain control over their partner. They may also use intimidating behavior such as smashing objects or making aggressive gestures to instill fear. If you recognize these signs in your relationship, it's essential to seek support from trusted friends, family, or professionals. Living an abusive relationship can be challenging, but there are resources available to help you navigate the process safely. Remember, you deserve to be treated with respect, kindness, and love. How to stay safe from an abuser. If you are in the UK and experiencing abuse, there are several steps you can take to stay safe. Contact support services. Reach out to organizations such as Women's Aid on this number or the Men's Advice line on this other number for confidential support, advice, and resources. These organizations can provide guidance on safety planning and help you access emergency accommodation if needed. Here are some steps you can take to help you protect yourself from an abusive partner in the USA. Reach out for help. Contact organizations like the National Domestic Violence Hotline, the number is here, or your local domestic violence shelter. They can provide you with support, resources, and guidance on how to stay safe. Canada. If you are in Canada and are experiencing abuse, your safety is the top priority. Here are some steps you can take to protect yourself. Emergency services. If you are in immediate danger, call 911 or your local emergency number. They can dispatch law enforcement to ensure your safety. Shelter. Seek refuge in a safe place such as a women's shelter or a friend's house. There are shelters across Canada that provide a safe haven for those fleeing abusive situations. Contact support hotlines for advice, guidance, and emotional support. In Canada, you can call the Assaulted Women's Helpline at this number or the National Domestic Violence Hotline at this number. Whatever you do, you must keep yourself and your children safe if you have any children. Australia. If you are in Australia and are experiencing abuse, your safety is the top priority. Here are some steps you can take to protect yourself. Reach out for help. Contact local support services or hotlines for domestic abuse. In Australia, you can contact this number. They can provide you with support, advice, and resources for your situation. Here are other vital steps you can take to ensure your safety. Number 1, create a safety plan. Develop a plan for how to live safely if you need to, including where you will go and how you will get there. Keep important documents like identification, passports, and financial records in a safe place where your partner can't access them. Number 2, document every abuse. Keep a record of any incidents of abuse, including dates, times, and descriptions of what happened. Take photos of any injuries and keep any threatening messages or voicemails as evidence. Number 4, utilize legal protections. If you feel comfortable, consider seeking legal advice about obtaining a restraining order or injunction to protect yourself from further harm. Legal aid may be available for victims of domestic abuse. It depends on where you live. Number 5, seek medical attention if necessary. If you've been physically injured, seek medical attention immediately. Document any injuries with photographs and medical records, as this documentation may be important if you decide to take legal action against your abuser. Stay connected. Keep in touch with trusted friends, family, or support groups who can provide emotional support and help you stay safe. Number 7, use technology safely. Be cautious about using technology, as abusers may monitor phone calls, especially mobile phone calls, text messages, emails, and social media activity. Consider using devices and accounts that your abuser doesn't have access to, such as those provided by support organizations. Number 8, safety at home. If you are still living with your abusive partner, try to avoid being alone with them and have a plan for how to leave quickly if the situation becomes dangerous or threatening. Number 9, know your rights. Familiarize yourself with your legal rights and options. including resources available in your area for victims of domestic violence. Number 10, consider your housing situation. If it's safe to do so, consider relocating to a safe place, such as a friend's or a family member's home, a shelter, or temporary accommodation provided by support services. Ensure that your address remains confidential. Number 11, trust your instincts. I've mentioned this before. Listen to your inner voice. If you feel unsafe at any time, trust your instincts and take steps to protect yourself. Avoid confronting your abuser alone and prioritize your safety above all else. Self-care. Take care of your physical and emotional well-being during this challenging time. Seek support from therapists, support groups, or helplines to help you cope with the effects of abuse. Remember, you're not alone, and there are people and resources like charities and so on that are available to help you stay safe and navigate the process of leaving an abusive relationship. There's a lot in this lesson, so please go through the lesson again. Here are the assignments for lesson 17. As I just said, go through the lesson again. List out all the actions that you had from your ex while you were still together. What I mean is the abusive actions, not just every action, only the abusive ones. Number 2, plan an exit route if you're still with your ex. Make sure to be safe. Follow the guide I gave earlier. Number 3, inform your nearest and dearest family members or a trusted friend about what is going on and ask them to check on you at least once a day. Number 4, practice one of the meditation exercises I've given you to help you keep calm. You can write your own affirmation statements, which you can recite as you listen to the calming music. Make it positive. Number 5, write down the good qualities to look for in a new person that may want to date you. This should be the opposites of the abusive characteristics mentioned in this lesson. And keep these good qualities handy for when you need them. Congratulations on completing this lesson. This has been a fairly long lesson, but abuse in a relationship is a very important topic. Your safety matters. So make sure to study this lesson again. Remember to make your safety a priority, both for you and your children if you have any. So look after yourself, and I'll see you in the next lesson.